God bless you on today. I'm coming with a message dealing with your career and your skills. In the book of Genesis, God commanded Adam as well as Eve, meaning mankind, to be fruitful and multiply. God is a creator, and so he wants us to produce and to create. A lot of people are wondering why they're in a rut economically, their thought life, they're stressed out. 9 times out of 10, it's because he or she is not following God's command of being a creator. So Heavenly Father, we thank you right now for this message, that it would inspire and encourage someone to make a change. We rebuke the hands of the enemy in Yeshua's name, amen. Again, this message is titled, Learning About LinkedIn. LINKEDIN. Learning about LinkedIn. LINKEDIN. We're going to find out what LinkedIn is and what is the purpose of LinkedIn. But first, let me read a scripture. I like to base things on the Bible. Proverbs 11 and 14 says, where no counsel is, the people fall or fail. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. So here one of the wisest men that ever lived, Solomon, inspired by God, said, where there is no counsel, no sound advice, no solid plan, the people fail and are not successful. But in the multitude, in the number, in the amount of advisors, sound counsel, sound wisdom, people are successful. Teams are successful. Look at your sports, the coaches, boxers, the trainers. Businesses are successful. Nations and countries are successful when they take heed to sound advice. Again, this is called learning about LinkedIn, LINKEDIN. I'm going to share some statistics with you, but first let me tell you what LinkedIn is. LinkedIn is the #1 social media platform for students, professionals, and anyone that recognizes their area of expertise and their skills. It's the #1 business platform in the world. If you are a high school graduate, college graduate, looking to connect with thought leaders and major decision makers, LinkedIn is the place for you. There are over 60 million major decision makers on LinkedIn. That number is real. Statistics, there are over 60 million major decision makers on LinkedIn. Why is that important? Back in the day, they would always say things like, it's not so much what you know, it's who you know. Well, that saying holds some truth. A major decision maker in a company, an organization, or an agency that recognizes the value of your skills can either bring you on board within their organization or refer you to someone else who can use your area of expertise. Whether you're a carpenter, a baker, an electronics person, person that likes data, person that likes to work with their hands, even mechanics, robotics. Any area of skill, there are experts, millions of them on LinkedIn. There are over 1 billion LinkedIn users. A lot of people are on their jobs, in their careers, and been there for a long time and are not satisfied. There are people that are unemployed who are looking for gainful employment and are having a hard time. You need to get on LinkedIn. You can have a free account. I can help you to set it up. It's a certain way to set it up so that you gain traction through your visibility and your presence. But LinkedIn is very powerful. I've connected with major decision makers, gotten contracts to do certain projects, gotten paid well. So if you're looking to increase your skills, to learn more, and to connect with major people, you need to get on LinkedIn. Let me read some things to you. LinkedIn helps you to network with professionals, to showcase your skills and present your professional history and achievements. I'll read that again. LinkedIn, LinkedIn, learning about LinkedIn. Number one, it helps you to network with professionals, to showcase your skills, and to present your professional history and achievements. It's better than a resume because when you meet these people, many of them know more than you and me, and you want to be around the multitude of counselors, sound advice, professional experts who can show us what we're doing wrong and how to do things right and make things better. It also builds your character because it helps you with research skills. What does LinkedIn also do? The importance of it. There's 5 benefits of a LinkedIn profile. Number one, employment opportunities. Recruiters actively look for candidates for open positions. They want a comprehensive profile which increases your visibility to potential employers, meaning they can see you. A lot of people show off on Facebook, ladies showing their bodies and this, that, and the other. But you need to showcase your skills because nobody's going to hire you for your looks. The modeling industry is not popping, and a lot of you are not modeling material. So that's number one. There's employment opportunities. Number two, you have research and due diligence. LinkedIn allows you to research companies and professionals. They give valuable insight. That's that sound advice, the multitude of counselors, Proverbs again. And it gives you insights before the interview or any networking events. It's very powerful. Number three, industry insights. You can stay updated with the industry's latest trends and news by following companies and joining relevant groups. Number four, it's career growth. If you want to grow your career, you expand your professional network. You can find mentors. Some will give you advice for free. Take myself, for example. There are several people that are experts in their field, and they post free wisdom and insight in the multitude of counselors. There's safety, there's success. I'm learning. Chase Demon, Ellie Red Cloud, she's part black, part Native American. David Garfinkel. There's just so many. Sharon Gill. There's so many. The expertise they have. Look at any person like Floyd Money Mayweather. He took his creativity and put it into business. Many people don't know his older sister knows a lot about business. So she's one of the key people giving him sound advice in the multitude of counselors. He has surrounded himself with people that are smarter than him in business. They advise him on wise investments. He follows that advice, and that advice turns into a profit. Many of you are getting paid below your wages, below what you're worth. If you want to get paid what you're worth and more, you need to get on LinkedIn. That's your career growth. Expanding your professional network, finding those mentors, and connecting with peers to enhance and build up your career prospects. Showcase, show your stuff. Number five, it builds credibility. No one wants to work with a person they cannot trust. No one wants to work with a person that has a bad track record. On LinkedIn, you can build your credibility. You can have a well-organized profile with endorsements, recommendations. That builds professional credibility. You have to build trust. Some of you have been putting out resumes and going for interviews and nothing's happening, and you're not on LinkedIn. You need to get on LinkedIn. We're learning about LinkedIn, LinkedIn. I'm going to read some statistics about LinkedIn. Again, in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. So this is counsel. LinkedIn has evolved or changed as the cornerstone of a professional network, serving as a digital hub for career advancement, networking, and industry insights. When you keep abreast of an industry before an interview, say like it's AI or IT electronics, when you keep abreast of the industry and then you have an interview and you share that information, that interview is going to say, oh, this person, he or she, keeps abreast of the industry. That's a key, a golden key to getting hired with a major company. Because they want to know if you're keeping abreast of their industry, what they do, who they help, how they help them. I've learned something from Cher Jones. She's on LinkedIn. She has over 20 years of public promotion and speaking. She challenged us during her podcast to make a 5-minute video about who you are, what you do, who you help, and how you help them. That's what major companies are looking for. They want to know who you are, not just your name. What do you bring to the table? How can you help them to grow organic traffic? How can you help them to convert more leads and turn that into sales for their organization or company? How can you help them to improve their ranking with Google so that when somebody looks for them on the internet, they go to the top of the page, or they're on the first page or the second, hopefully not the third. First or second page is the best. First is the best, second is after that. And then how you can help them generate more income. Tidbit: if you ever meet a multi-millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, do not ask them for money. If you ever meet a multi-millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, don't ask them for money. Ask them to teach you a plan of success. Ask them to mentor you. That's important. So here's some more statistics about LinkedIn. LinkedIn has over 830 million members worldwide. More than 70% of LinkedIn users are from outside the United States. LinkedIn reports that it sees 2 new members every second. That's a lot. The platform is available in 24 languages. So if you speak Spanish, Portuguese, German, Dutch, whatever language you speak, you may have an African dialect. There are many people that speak that language and can translate it into other languages or into English. You got 57% of LinkedIn users are male, 43 are female. A lot of women doing some good things on LinkedIn. So you have 40% of monthly active users on LinkedIn, and then you have LinkedIn posts and images, which receive 98 more comments than those without. And you can put up videos on LinkedIn. You can share good information on LinkedIn. God bless you, Brother Chris. You can share this information on LinkedIn and receive this information again because it's worldwide and there's over 830 million users. I've been encouraging people off and on, especially people on Facebook, to get on LinkedIn. It's totally different from Facebook. It's a business platform. It's a platform to learn and to connect and to build solid relationships so that not only can you get gainful employment, you can expand your creativity and your communication skills. That type of thinking takes anyone above the poverty line. It's not the white man holding black people back. It's black people that are afraid to get on platforms like LinkedIn and learn more about creativity that God has given us. How to better our communication. You can communicate to elevate. Remember the saying back in the day, it's not always what you know, it's who you know. You need both. You need what you know, you need who you know. Because when you connect with someone new, you talk to them. You let them know, how can I help you? Don't beg, how can I help you? You can do a project for free. You do well on the project. And then they'll refer you to someone else, a Fortune 500 company, who will pay you way above minimum wage. So here's some more stats about LinkedIn. Videos get shared 20 times more than any other content. You see these videos I make? I also put them on YouTube. I can take this video, download it, post it on YouTube, and post it on LinkedIn. I don't work for LinkedIn, but I'm encouraging you people, especially on Facebook, that have skill like Chris Highsmith Art and his son and his team to get on LinkedIn, because I'm going to be real with you. The money that you're supposed to be getting paid, you will not find it on Facebook unless you're investing into Facebook ads. You will not get the money you're supposed to get paid on Facebook unless you're investing into Facebook ads. And with Facebook ads, you have to know the 11 key metrics of how to measure your progress. You have to know how to set that ad up. That's creativity and communication. You have to know how to connect with your TA, your target audience. You have to know what makes certain content go forward, what makes it stay stuck, what brings confusion to it. That's a part of creativity and a communication skill that you find for free on LinkedIn. I told you about Ellie Red Cloud. Bad sister. Works with a company, she makes $70,000 a year, but she also side hustles because she consults with Fortune 500 companies because what she uses works. She's got a mentor. I met a multi-millionaire on LinkedIn. I'm not going to mention his name because he doesn't like publicity. But the brother went out of acting, pulled out of being a movie producer, and now he's a LinkedIn business coach. He's a business coach. I tell you this much. Lisa Ray, the actress, had bought a whole lot of clothes and jeans and couldn't get rid of them. She called this brother. He helped her to get rid of those clothes. So this brother's a heavy hitter. There are heavy hitters. I told you there are over 60 million. And that's not an exaggerated number. There's over 60 million major decision makers on LinkedIn in their Generation X and Generation Z people. They're young, but they're popping in their field. So you need to get on LinkedIn. So I talked about videos, how it's important to use videos, and that's why the television industry is so powerful. We're learning about LinkedIn, a business platform. People like to see videos. It does more for a human to watch a video than to read a book. Reading books are good. Videos are even better. It makes it more personal. It makes it more alive and engaging. That's communication. You'll hear me say creativity and communication in this video a lot concerning LinkedIn, because those are two key things that are important. So there are over 55 million companies listed on LinkedIn. I'm going to repeat that. There are over 55 million companies listed on LinkedIn. And some of those companies have your name on it, but you'll never know that if you don't come on LinkedIn. Get a free account. I can help you set up that profile. I've received LinkedIn's 7-star profile award, meaning the best way to set up a profile, I have done it by the grace of God. and the multitude of counselors, there is safety. I didn't know all of the ins and outs, but guess what? By connecting with people on LinkedIn, I learned how to do that. And now I can help other people and charge them for it. It's called LinkedIn profile development. So that's important. It's very important. So let's talk about the job market and hiring. 49% of people on LinkedIn earn $75,000 or more per year. I'll say that slow. 49% of people on LinkedIn, we're learning about LinkedIn, earn $75,000 per year or more. Tidbit: people that get involved with cybersecurity, did you know their salary starts at $150,000 a year? That's starting. Those cybersecurity experts are on LinkedIn. Some are younger, some are my age, some are in the middle, but they're there on LinkedIn. You need to get up on it. Somebody like you, Chris Highsmith, man, there's a whole open world. Graphics and all of the stuff you and your son be doing, it's endless opportunities. So more about LinkedIn and careers. 97% of human resource staff use LinkedIn to find people to fill positions. 97% of human resource HR professionals use LinkedIn. Why? They know it's the #1 business platform. College graduates, executives, entry-level people, middle entry, senior entry, it's all there. It's all on LinkedIn. It's not on Facebook. The money you're supposed to be generating is not on Facebook because, no offense, the people on Facebook don't have the money to pay you. There are over 1 million millionaires on LinkedIn. There's billionaires on LinkedIn. There's trillionaires on LinkedIn. Apple is on LinkedIn. AT&T is on LinkedIn. Verizon and the people on their team are on LinkedIn. You're not going to find them on Facebook unless they're doing a paid ad to get a certain level of income, people, to buy a new phone or click into a new plan. But when they're on LinkedIn, they're going for high-end stakeholders, partnerships, people that they can sell their shares to that'll buy their shares, people that they can make multi-million, billion, and trillion-dollar deals with. That's the type of money, and I should say money and wealth, that's on LinkedIn. It's not on Facebook. I've been telling people off and on for years, by the Spirit of God, if you have a business, one young lady, I believe she lives in Hamden, New Haven, she's a realtor. Get on LinkedIn, Sister Baker. The houses you showing, cool. But your visibility is limited to a certain amount of people with a limited income. I just read 49% of LinkedIn users earn more than $75,000 or more per year. So if you get around those people and advertise these homes, you'll get more clients. But they won't see you if you're not there. That's why major companies always do commercials. They show a picture of who they are, what they do, how they help, and who they help. Same thing you can do. You are a brand. So let's look at another thing about LinkedIn with employment. Candidates with a good LinkedIn profile have a 71% higher chance of getting a job interview. You have a 71% higher chance of getting an interview on LinkedIn when your profile is set up properly. I'm one that helps people with LinkedIn profiles. I just met a young lady from India who's a top LinkedIn profile. A young lady named, last name is Mayan. She is a self-made millionaire. She's a career developer. She does it too. She's good. There's several people that do it. So my point is, we can learn, we can grow, we can help others as well as get help ourselves. Now here's some marketing and business insights. Again, LinkedIn is the #1 business channel to distribute content at 96%. 4 out of 5 LinkedIn members drive business decisions. 4 out of 5 LinkedIn members create or speak or cause to happen business decisions. I said that earlier. I talked about major decision makers on LinkedIn. There's over 60 million. Some are Generation Z, some are Generation X, some are older. But you need to get around a major decision maker. For example, on my LinkedIn profile, I have over 20 recommendations of who I am, what I do, how I do it, who I help. People that know my work is credible, and these people themselves, some are authors, they're leaders in their field. So if someone wants to look at my LinkedIn profile, I may not even have to give a resume. They can read the recommendations. It's called a testimony, which is also in the Bible. They overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. It's called social proof in digital marketing. It proves your credibility. It's not going to get proved too much on Facebook, showing your butt and this, that, and the other, thinking you're going to get some man. Sisters, you need to get a grip. You need to get a grip. Stop being so ignorant. Brothers that got something going, you want to write a book, you're into electronics, whatever it is, get on LinkedIn, start a free account. You can email me at mikeiswealthy@gmail.com, mikeiswealthy@gmail.com. So LinkedIn's, their ads, they grow by 8.8% previous to the last quarter. I want to emphasize something again about the LinkedIn users, how over 49% of them earn over $75,000 per year. Look at yourself. That 9 to 5 you're working, look at how long you've been working there without overtime, and ask yourself if you're making $75,000 per year or more. Major companies are on LinkedIn. I can't stress that enough. I just can't. So you want to get involved with LinkedIn, LinkedIn. Now listen to this. The largest age group on LinkedIn is 25 to 34 years old. The largest age group on LinkedIn is 25 to 34. It makes up 60.1% of the user base. The United States has the highest number of LinkedIn users at over 180 million. India, China, and Brazil follow the United States in terms of LinkedIn's user base. So you may get hired by a company from America, or you may get hired by a company like Forex Digital as a persuasive consultant, a copy editor. They have offices in India, Texas, New York. I've done the work for them and still do work for them off and on. I got connected through LinkedIn. That's how I got connected. Major moves are made. Then it says 52% of LinkedIn users have a college degree. If you don't have a college degree, if you didn't even finish high school, I can still help you to satisfy LinkedIn's profile standards and make you outshine your competitors. I repeat, I have received from LinkedIn, I didn't ask them for it, they gave it to me, their 7-star profile award, meaning my profile is one of the best out of the millions of people on LinkedIn. There are others that probably have it as well. So it's important. LinkedIn is the most used platform among Fortune 500 companies for CEO engagements. Chief Executive Officer. You can bypass the HR recruiter on LinkedIn and get directly in touch with the Chief Executive Officer, whether it's a male or female. You can directly email in the LinkedIn chat box a CFO, Chief Financial Officer, Marketing Director, bypassing the ATS tracking system. Direct contact, someone else on LinkedIn that sees your skills and you create a relationship, such as myself, can refer you to a Fortune 500 company, not on Facebook, on LinkedIn. So these are the things we're learning about LinkedIn. Proverbs said, in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Proverbs 11:14. Where no counsel is, the people fail, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. Where no counsel is, your interviews have been failing. Where the proper wisdom that you have not received, you did not pass that job interview. I do those as well. I've been studying color psychology, cognitive psychology, consumer psychology, on and on and on. And I've been encouraging people on Facebook to email me for help if you need it. It's important to get sound counsel. I've learned a lot. I've met authors, I've met speakers, and it's good just to connect, to encourage someone. We have things on LinkedIn. You can give people happy birthdays. You can congratulate them when they fulfill a role or get a raise or to a different position, they move to a different position. You can congratulate them. So there's inspirational content, communication. You can tell them communication. That's how you raise the bar, through effective communication, connecting, talking, sharing, learning, responding, commenting on their posts. LinkedIn recognizes that. And then they have areas where you can learn courses. There's thousands of training courses on LinkedIn. And you can get training for free. It's free training. Sometimes a college will have one of their recruiters inbox you if you want to ask you about a course. But there are thousands of courses. How to get in, do an interview, and different skill levels. Then there's an area, once you get on LinkedIn, I really love this part. When you go to your notifications, you'll see different people saying different things, which is all positive. And they'll say you're one of the experts that have been chosen to answer this question, X, Y, Z. It might be B2B strategy, business to business strategy. There's a problem, and you give free advice. What does that do? Remember, in the multitude of counselors, there's safety. Once you answer questions like that, again, you pass the resume, you can even pass interviews. People with that problem say, whoa, he or she knows how to help us with a problem. Let me email them. Let me call them up. Let me inbox them, and let's talk business. It's working smarter, not harder. In the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Again, you can reach me through Facebook. You can reach me at mikeiswealthy@gmail.com. I will be more than happy to help you with a LinkedIn profile, to help you get started, get you out there. And even when you first get started, it's good to get up to 500 connections within the first 30 days. I can help you do that. 50 is cool, that's basic, but then it's best to get up to 500 connections or more. As a matter of fact, some people got 62,000. The lady I just met from India that does LinkedIn profile development, that young lady with her intelligent self has over 23,000 connections. That's important. I have over 18,000. Wasn't always that way. Started out with about 100 and it grew quickly because I send invites to people who are in leading positions who I can learn from and share with. I help a lot of people with inspirational and effective content. So there it is. Again, learning about LinkedIn. I hope you got something out of this video. Reach out to me. As a matter of fact, Google LinkedIn, learn about it, learn how to set up a profile. If you run into a snag, reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you. And learn about LinkedIn. You'll be learning about yourself. You'll be learning about wise counsel. God bless you. Learning about LinkedIn. Take care.